Earth was blasted around 12,900 years ago by a multi-impact event.
If you were alive 12,800 years ago, you wouldn't have seen it coming. No warning, no signs in the sky, no time to run. One moment, the world looked normal. The next moment, it began to end. Entire coastlines disappeared. Animals that had survived ice ages vanished forever. Human communities were erased in a single lifetime. And the most terrifying part? No one knew why. For thousands of years, the survivors told stories. Stories of fire in the sky, stories of endless water, stories of a world wiped clean. We later called them myths. But here's the problem. Those stories came from everywhere. Civilizations that never met, separated by oceans, separated by tens of thousands of years, all remembering the same disaster. That shouldn't be possible. Modern science tried to explain it. Climate change, gradual warming, slow sea level rise. But the evidence didn't match the stories. The changes were too fast, too violent, too sudden. Something catastrophic happened. And whatever it was, it didn't leave an obvious crater. It didn't leave a clear answer. For decades, scientists were stuck. Then something changed. Not a new excavation, not a new fossil, but a new way of seeing old evidence. Data pulled from ice, from soil, from the ocean floor. Data that humans had collected for decades, but could never fully connect. Until artificial intelligence began analyzing it all together. When AI compared patterns across continents, it flagged something that shouldn't exist, something buried beneath the ocean, something dated to exactly the moment the world fell apart. And what it found changes everything we thought we knew about the Great Flood. Artificial intelligence has just analyzed thousands of data points from ocean sediments, ice cores, and ancient geological records and confirmed humanity's oldest nightmare was real. Deep in the seafloor near Greenland, AI-assisted analysis uncovered metallic debris and microscopic spheres that should not exist. Particles forged in temperatures so extreme they could only come from one source: space. This discovery, made possible by machine learning algorithms processing massive datasets that would take human researchers decades to analyze, connects directly to the flood myths found in every civilization on Earth. From Mesopotamia to Australia, from China to the Americas, 12,800 years ago, something catastrophic happened. AI climate modeling reveals Earth's temperature plummeted 10 degrees Celsius in less than a year. Massive walls of water consumed the coasts. Early humans watched their world drown. And now, thanks to artificial intelligence analyzing patterns humans might have missed, we finally know why. What AI found at the bottom of the ocean, frozen in ice cores and buried in soil across multiple continents, reveals the truth about the Great Flood. And it's absolutely terrifying. In August 2025, researchers analyzing seafloor cores from Baffin Bay made a discovery that sent shockwaves through the scientific community. But this wasn't just traditional analysis. They deployed AI-powered image recognition systems and neural network-enhanced mass spectrometry that could detect anomalies invisible to the human eye. The algorithms flagged something extraordinary, something that shouldn't be there: comet dust mixed into sediments dating back exactly 12,800 years. This would be the first time ocean evidence has been found supporting what scientists have suspected for decades. Earth was struck by fragments of a disintegrating comet, triggering the event our ancestors called the Great Flood. But it took artificial intelligence to finally prove it. The particles tell an incredible story that AI helped decode. Machine learning systems trained on thousands of impact signatures discovered metallic debris rich in platinum, iridium, nickel, and cobalt. Elements extremely rare on Earth's surface, but common in asteroids and comets. And these aren't even trace amounts. AI quantitative analysis revealed concentrations hundreds of times higher than normal background levels, a statistical impossibility without extraterrestrial input. Even more striking are the microspherules, tiny spherical particles ranging from 4 to 163 micrometers in diameter. AI pattern recognition software determined these spheres could only form under one condition: extreme heat capable of melting rock and metal instantaneously, temperatures exceeding 2,200 degrees Celsius. What makes these microspherules particularly compelling is their composition, which AI chemical analysis categorized into three distinct types. Some contain purely terrestrial materials, minerals from Earth's crust. Others are extraterrestrial, bearing the chemical fingerprints of space. But the most fascinating ones contain both, fused together in a way that proves they formed when something from space exploded, either just above Earth's surface or upon impact, creating a hellish fireball that melted everything in its path and mixed terrestrial and cosmic materials in microseconds. The research team, led by Christopher Moore from the University of South Carolina, also found nanoparticles, even smaller than the microspherules, loaded with platinum group elements. AI spectral analysis matched these nanoparticles to the chemical signature of comet dust with 99.7% confidence. Vladislav Korotkik, one of the researchers, stated bluntly, "Collisions of the Earth with comets led to catastrophes, leading to climate change, to the death of civilizations. One of these events was a catastrophe that occurred about 12,800 years ago." This ocean discovery is groundbreaking because for years, skeptics argued that if a comet really struck Earth, where was the marine evidence? AI-coordinated research across multiple institutions finally found it. The same markers found on land, platinum spikes, high-temperature spherules, exotic minerals, are now confirmed in ocean sediments through AI-enhanced detection methods. When experts fed the data into neural networks trained to identify impact signatures, even veteran scientists couldn't contain their amazement. One researcher examining the AI-processed results said succinctly, "This is insane." And looking at the evidence that artificial intelligence revealed, it's hard to disagree. But this ocean discovery is just the tip of the iceberg. AI has been correlating pieces of this puzzle scattered across the globe for years, connecting data from ice cores, soil deposits, archaeological sites, and ancient stories. And when machine learning algorithms put them all together, the picture is absolutely terrifying. The 2025 Baffin Bay Ocean Sediment Study represents a breakthrough because it provides something critics demanded for years: marine evidence. And it succeeded because of AI. Machine learning models processed terabytes of spectroscopy data, identifying anomalies human researchers would have missed. AI image recognition analyzed thousands of electron microscope images, flagging unusual particles automatically. Neural networks compared chemical signatures across databases containing millions of reference samples, making matches in seconds that would take humans months. For decades, skeptics argued that if a comet really impacted Earth with the force required to trigger the Younger Dryas, ocean sediments should show the same markers found on land. Where were the microspherules, the platinum anomalies, the exotic minerals in seafloor cores? Now, AI-coordinated research across multiple institutions has found them, perfectly preserved in sediments dated to 12,800 years ago. This discovery validates years of disputed land-based findings through technology that didn't exist even 5 years ago. More importantly, AI predictive modeling shows we're not safe. Neural networks analyzing orbital mechanics have identified multiple near-Earth objects on trajectories that intersect Earth's orbit. The algorithms calculate impact probabilities and potential damage zones with precision impossible for human analysts. AI trajectory analysis of the Taurid meteor stream, believed to be remnants of the giant comet that broke apart, shows Earth passes through this debris field twice yearly. Machine learning models estimate larger fragments still exist within the stream, some potentially kilometers in diameter. The Tunguska event in 1908, when an airburst over Siberia flattened 2,000 square kilometers of forest, was likely a Taurid fragment. AI yield analysis calculates it was roughly 1,000 times more powerful than the Hiroshima atomic bomb, and that was a relatively small piece. The comet that triggered the Younger Dryas event was immensely larger. Current estimates, refined by AI modeling, suggest the parent body was 50 to 100 kilometers in diameter before breaking apart. When Earth passed through its debris field, multiple impacts and airbursts occurred across the northern hemisphere. The energy released was incomprehensible, equivalent to millions of nuclear weapons detonating simultaneously. Could it happen again? AI probability analysis says absolutely. Comets on trajectories that intersect Earth's orbit exist. We're finding new near-Earth objects constantly as survey technology improves. Most are small and would burn up in the atmosphere or cause only localized damage, but large ones, the civilization killers, are out there too. AI detection systems have identified many, but certainly not all of them. This is where the ancient flood memories become relevant in unexpected ways, as AI analysis of historical patterns reveals. Our ancestors survived a global catastrophe with Stone Age technology. They had no warning systems, no emergency preparedness, no global communication, no stored food supplies, no modern medicine, and they made it through. How? By being resilient, adaptable, and by preserving and transmitting critical knowledge. The ancient flood myths themselves are proof of this, information preservation across hundreds of generations. But AI modeling of modern civilization suggests we're actually more vulnerable than our ancestors were. Neural networks analyzing infrastructure dependencies show how interconnected systems would fail catastrophically. Supply chains collapse, power grids fail, communication networks go dark. Just-in-time delivery systems that keep cities fed would stop within days. AI simulations running scenarios of a similar impact today paint a chilling picture. The algorithms calculate that modern urban populations, dependent on complex supply chains and infrastructure, would face collapse within weeks. Our ancestors were self-sufficient hunter-gatherers. We are not. The evidence from ice cores, ocean sediments, and geological records shows exactly what happens when climate systems are shocked, and AI has now modeled how modern systems would respond. Ocean currents shut down, temperatures plummet, rainfall patterns shift dramatically, ecosystems collapse. These aren't theoretical scenarios, they're documented historical events that artificial intelligence confirms could happen again. And while a comet strike is unlikely to repeat on the same scale in our lifetimes, AI risk assessment shows other triggers could potentially cause similar rapid shifts. The question facing modern civilization isn't whether cosmic impacts or rapid climate shifts are possible. The evidence proves they are. The question is whether we're prepared, and AI analysis suggests we're not even close. So yes, AI just discovered what caused the Great Flood, and it's exactly as terrifying as our ancestors remembered. A comet strike 12,800 years ago triggered catastrophic flooding, mass extinctions, and climate collapse that humanity barely survived. The evidence is undeniable. In ocean sediments analyzed by machine learning, in ice cores decoded by neural networks, in geological records processed by AI pattern recognition, and in stories that natural language processing confirms are too similar to be coincidence. Artificial intelligence has taken decades of scattered research and connected the dots, revealing a picture of catastrophe that explains both the geological evidence and the universal human memory of a world-ending flood. Our ancestors survived with stone tools and fire. They preserved the memory for 500 generations, ensuring we would know what happened. Now, artificial intelligence has confirmed their warming was real. Are we ready if the sky falls again? What do you think? Thanks for watching, and see you in our next video.